wickets. So, with regards to the dimensions of the field there, you'd say that Sikandar Raza's got him in the right place. He's played so much cricket, Sikandar Raza. Been there for so long, he understands how things play here in Harare Sports Club. Straight up from the air. Right, Rahmanullah Gurbaz just trying what he usually does this time around, doesn't get it with the timing he wanted it on, indicating it was a bit of a bounce that he got on it. So the bounce was not to his liking, nothing wrong about it. Yeah, tries to place it down the leg side as you called it. Goes high in the air and safely taken. Good catch to start with for Zimbabwe. Rahmanullah Gurbaz departing without ball in scorers. Afghanistan is not a bother. Lost one wicket, nothing on the board.
Da você ficar seguro. O isso. Da غزا کې کښینه دا غزا. شرمول دی راوخسته.
مولوی صاحب یې ګوري دسته.
کوم مولوی صاحب؟
دا وزار کوم څه کړل؟ نه کوم نه ویل.
دا زغز نیسته که یاره ټول نه راځي. دا شی نه راځي.
Dismissing the dangerous Gurbaz, and Hazratullah ISHAQZAI walks out to the middle to
replace.
30 plus strike rate for him as well. Yeah, Rahmanullah Gurbaz trying that fancy shot down the leg side. Just going to give him a big heart. I mean, starting things nicely here. Good work from Brian Bennett. Now, just going back to that dismissal of Gurbaz, to me, just looked a little too eager to try and get going. Yes, it's T20 cricket, but haven't had an opportunity to come down the wicket straight away early on. I would like to just give yourself a little bit of time. Gauge the surface, how it's playing. Crashed through the offside, and that'll be the first boundary. Yeah, that's a good start to ISHAQZAI. Just waiting for it. Getting enough width on offer and slices this nicely. Mind you, there's breeze as well on that end, so things will run down quickly to the boundary, whereas on his leg side it's a longer boundary and it's going to be against the breeze, so it's going to be an interesting ploy. See if he will want to bring his spinner down at the deep square leg or the mid wicket and ask ISHAQZAI to hit him. So far he's got his work down right. This is some brilliant fielding to end the over. A wicket and 5 run coming off it. Afghanistan are 5 for 1.
ستی نیت خراب دی که زموږ نیت خراب دی والله نه رامن نشي زموږ د خود تیز دی شه نظر یې نیت مو کار نه کوي نو بجلی ما ستا که نسته
Muzarabani will open up the bowling from the city end. 73 wickets in 65 matches. Very interesting seeing him taking the new ball from the city end. He normally does so from the golf course end. Yeah, interesting change for Afghanistan. Azatullah Zazai been put at number 3 and coming with 4 specialist batters. And looking at the bowling options Afghanistan has, Mujib Zadran been back, Naveen alongside Fareed, so leaving Fazalak Farooqi out. Now, was there a sound? No, there wasn't. Are you getting very excited? Now let's have a look. This is good bowling, good channel. Just taking it a little away from him. Important is the length. Not to give anything for Hazratullah Zazai. Remember, now he's playing to the shorter side of the boundary. With the breeze, could be dangerous. Doesn't seem to be too much in the surface so far. Look at those cracks. Evidence of how dry the surface is. There is a fair bit of grass, but whatever grass there is dry and rolled into the pitch, making it a real solid foundation. Expect to see plenty of runs out of the surface this afternoon. And that's wide. You can see Zarabani's ploy is definitely to go across Hazratullah Zazai. He's got limited foot movement going to that offside, so it's not a bad option. That's why the slip field is in there as well. As always, crowd coming in at Harare Sports Club, enjoying the game of cricket. Wonderful loyal fans. Add a lot to this game here in Zimbabwe. Now that certainly hasn't bounced as much as Hazratullah Zazai expected. I saw one only on the over that went through almost on the second bounce to Marmani, so evidence of lack of bounce maybe early on. Yeah, didn't get it right onto his bat. Hazratullah Zazai was in the T20 squad when Afghanistan toured Zimbabwe. He scored a cumulative 85 runs in 3 matches, the highest 45. So he'll be looking for a half century. Missed around 5 runs the first match. Very interesting to see the fact that he's now been brought in number 3. Is this the place where skipper Rashid Khan will want to bring in Azatullah Zazai, bringing in young Sadiq Qatil alongside Rahmanullah Gurbaz he didn't know where he wanted to play. He wanted to play down the next side, but they take the run all day. You want to go for the third and fumble in the field, will allow it. It's a long boundary, mind you, it's 79 meters. And with the fumble, easily 3 runs taken. Let's just close the face slightly early. What he's done is still played it with some hands. For 3 runs, confusion between Brian Bennett. Deep backward square leg. Goes into place. Sadiqullah Atal. Let me ask you, Tino, who's Zimbabwe's gun feed with very strong arm? Do you want to put around the boundary 79 meters? How they can manage setting it off straight into the gloves of the keeper? Oh, there's a few. 2 fast bowlers from Zarabani operating now. Zaraba's got a pretty strong arm himself. So does Brian Bennett. Good line, good length. End of the second, it's 10 for 1.
هذا طلع لهم برتوا دريزر تود تاخذ فلوس هذا ما مطلع يوصل كده والمن غير مش موبايلنا واخو بس يصير هذا مو هو ولا الجزائر عملوا المدرسة شغل المجد
A long summer of cricket in Zimbabwe, just hosted Pakistan for 3 ODIs and 3 T20Is, and now we'll be hosting Afghanistan for 3 T20Is, 3 ODIs, all three happening here in Harare until the 21st of December, and then the 2 test matches at the back end of the tour, 26th and 2nd of January at the Queen Sports Club in Bulawayo. And Brian Bennett. There at times has done a handy job. Ball in hand. 6 wickets, but a couple of those will be very crucial. That's a quick run. A bit of a misunderstanding, but all is well that ends well for Afghanistan. Now that's exactly what I was talking about. The 2 left-handers here. The fielder been placed there at the deep mid-wicket. The onside is 79 meters and quick run. The important it is that you do this strike rotation and not allow the bowlers to find the line and the link that they are searching for against you. Yeah, this is nicely played. I tell you, Sadiq Patel has got really good shots down to the offside regions. Opens the face of the bat, slices it nicely, creates some wonderful cricketing shots in that ACC. But this is the right idea and dropped. All the hard work that you do, and it has worked. Sadiq Patel falling for it. Got to take opportunities like this at this level. Perfect bowling change. An opportunity for Madevere, and he snatched it at the last moment. Let's strike down the ground. 1 bounce and 4 runs.
عشان الزيت زي وصلت وكيكون
Yeah, Hasratullah Sazai. Because of that drop catch. See the damage. No wicket fallen down, and then this one, a fuller one. Expecting Sazai to play it down to the leg side. No, he says. Plays it straight above his head for a boundary. I'd rather see the long on back.
كده سنة بغيرات هذا يقوسون ولا
The ball's just going to be sliding on. It's easier to play it over mid-on. Now that's gone straight up in the air, and it's gone even further.
واريك رشيا
First 6 of the innings.
صحيح
Wow. What a start this is, and the ball is doing some rolling all the way onto the roofs. Might have a new ball brought in. But what a way to start this series for Hazratullah Sazai. He's looked really good. Boundaries this time around. A footer again. And with the straight shot, it's maximum. This is good counter-attacking cricket from Sazai. He's realised that these balls have been pitched up a couple of times, and the boundary behind the bowler, not too big. Cameron clears with ease onto the top of the media centre and onto the change room. That one just rises to the surface. Very good over for Afghanistan, 22 for 1.
أنا كسفاري دخول السلام.
صار واختوان. أوه.
هو. ترى ورا دومش سكور يوا وط. يوا نونس جوړ کړی یوا یو جوړ کړی دا نونس والا سوک دی. اساسي نونس جوړ کړی دی. فوتبولس کې. شاشه.
3 overs bowled by Zimbabwe. 3 bowlers used.
بیا لیدر مې کوم ورزاسي
4 overs bowled by Zimbabwe and 4 bowlers used. Trevor Gwandu. 6 wickets in his 9 matches. Gonna be such expensive.
هغه سمون شي صدقه
Slipping
ده
for
ليه
it.
رحله ها
Totally offside. You just get the idea that this pitch certainly is just taking pace out the ball. Yeah, it'll not be easy to chase anything around 150. I believe with ball not coming onto the bat as nicely. I believe the change in the bowling might mean that Sikandar Raza doesn't want for Siddiq Khatal to find his feet, find his rhythm. So new bowlers, because Siddiq Khatal hasn't played against them. It's a matter of time. Spend time out in the middle until you start finding your rhythm. In the air, good catch. One new into the attack. The bowling change creates another opportunity. Well held. Wow, what a catch, and Rava really has taken a blinder. Spirited start this for Zimbabwe. Sikandar Raza bringing a new bowler, not allowing for Siddiq Khatal to find his rhythm. And working in the favor of Zimbabwe. It was a high catch taken nicely. Made it look very easy. So Siddiq Khatal, after surviving a chance, doesn't do much of a damage. Scoring only 3, Afghanistan are 24 for 2.
سكي بيت ورسدي
هو نقطة
دا به د کتونو سره کار نه لري د قدامو سره قدام د کتونو سره
Mohammad Ishaq. Very much in the infancy of his T20 international career. But look at that strike rate, 141. Yeah, he's a good prospect for Afghanistan as a wicket keeper. Let's have a look at how Siddiq Khatal lost his wicket. Plays this shot, it's his favorite, but didn't get the timing right. I believe it's a little too early, isn't it? New bowler brought in. Need to work a few deliveries around to know the pace on the bat. Very disappointed. Is when you already get a life, you want to cash it out, don't you? So talking about ISHAQZAI, he's a very brave cricketer. He goes after the bowlers. Yeah, there's been enough on the surface to tell me that it's not quite the belt that we're expecting. Balls just holding in the surface to the faster bowlers as well as to the spinners. You can see a couple of the strokes that the Afghanistan batsmen played. Not quite coming off how they would have expected it to. Yeah, so ISHAQZAI, I was talking about, made his debut against Sri Lanka. Scored a quick 5-16 run on his debut, but the character in his batting is he's fearless cricketer. Yeah, it's difficult circumstances. Afghanistan have already lost 2 wickets. But the character you want out of Afghanistan batters is to just come out, enjoy the game and play your cricket. Don't get into that shield and just not too many deliveries. Yeah, I think Afghanistan might just have to revisit how they wanted to go about those batting innings. Less than what they would have thought would have been par, could still be very challenging for Zimbabwe in the second half. 25 for 2. Muhammad Isa on 1 and Azra 2 and Rafael on 19. Couple of early wickets for Zimbabwe. Might have been 3. An opportunity put down by Mandevere. Sikandaraza ringing the changes. Garawa comes back to replace Bennett, who went for 12 in his first over. Outside edge and gone. Tentative little movement coming forward from Ishaq. And the bowling change from Sikandaraza effective once again. Yeah, nothing much I believe Ishaq could do about that. That was bowled into a perfect channel. Pitch over delivery. Garva brought back into the attack and straight away. Have a look. Everything fine about that. Straight away provides another breakthrough. Look at that. Wonderful channel. Just outside the off stump. Onto the fourth stump and very short inning of Muhammad Ishaq come to an inning, scoring only 1 run. Afghanistan are in the scoreboard now, 25 for 3.
Abdullah, ده بنجان مخلص ولا
बारह का टाइम पड़ी गधे के लिए कहने गधे के लिए
Karim Janat. Huge experience, 67 matches. And this is good from Garawa. Very good areas. Almost unplayable channel, isn't it? With the angle pulling it away from Risab Rahimi, the right-hand batter. And tells you this celebration tells you that he was a man on mission and he's done the job. Skipper bringing him back into the second over inside the power play. Straight away wicket. Now, interesting it is, Kareem and Hasrat both played for Afro. They were both in the winning side. And you could already see how Hasrat was able to play shots. He's shown some familiarity. Last time he was here in 2022 was with the T20I side, but it was just recently that Afro was played right. Yeah, Garawa's picked something up here. That length and that line going across the right hand is very difficult to contend with. I don't think he's going to move away from there. That one's slightly overpitched. Yeah, so he pulls it a little fuller this time, maybe getting a little greedy, isn't it? You have a slip fielder there with a bit of a movement, you think maybe you will just edge it into the hands of the slip fielder. Not to be. The thing is, you stick with that line. You're already bothering the batter, you got a wicket. Karim Jannat, both the occasions that you got the length right, couldn't even put a bat onto it. All of a sudden, you allow him to open the account, and there's always this pressure on the batter, right? You haven't opened the account. That plays into your mind until you start scoring runs.
Yeah, شهور هم يكبر.
Oh, he's seen it come down, it's in the air, he's got just enough on it to get over Mzarabani. They'll get 2. Yeah, a bit of an awareness shown from Karim Jannat coming down the track just to negate that length that he's bowling. And getting that one set nicely away from the fielder inside the circle for another 2. It's a good change-up from Garawa because telegraphed his intentions just a little too early, and that's why he dug in that short ball. Could have gone anywhere.
خلک یې
Very
ګوري
good
زموږ
over.
چینل
A wicket and
چینل
four.
مو دی هغه
49 for 3.
خلک یې ګوري زموږ خپل کرکټ چینل دی چینل نه دی دغه چې جوړوي د اکاونټ
ग्रुप जोड़ी
زموږ ملګري یې ګوري
ये शिरके के साथ लोग
Afghanistan captain Rashid Khan winning the toss and batting first, 29 for 3. Good discipline from Zimbabwean bowlers. In our stadium, the pitch is playing some tricks in the commentary box on Devin. With me is Edward. Good afternoon. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll start this as possible with the ball in hand. Sunderers had had a really tough time against Pakistan, but they were able to pick up wickets here inside the power play against a very dangerous Afghanistan side and top order. So Tula, he's got to hang around. The concentration would be on taking singles and twos now, repair the innings. If you look at that thing, one of the quickest between the wickets, an opportunity there. Fielder was a little bit on his heels as we look at the wickets taken and the batters to fall. Guandu and Ngarawa, chief destroyers. Rashid Nabi, Azmat still to come. Third patrolling on the boundary, finally up in the circle. Pitching down the next side. Carrying Janat. Getting it 5. I've seen a little bit about him in the leagues recently. He can hit a long ball. Pure strike of the ball is Karan. Rashid in particular is thinking about promoting the explosive players, looking at the trend in T20 cricket with the expectation of getting around 200 or 210, 220. That has been the thinking from Rashid in particular to provide that explosiveness in the middle order as well. Otherwise he's supposed to bat at 6 or 7. Fair point. I think he's an excellent finisher as well. I think this is almost counter-punching the wickets that have fallen and try and put pressure back on the Zimbabwean bowlers and maybe try and come out of the power play with a bit more and rescue a situation. A few fans have come in. It is a Wednesday, midweek. Schools are closed, so we'll expect more of the young coming in. Wants a single. Also, this search for the fourth position, who should be batting at number 4. Plus, Karim has the experience of playing on these kind of pitches in these conditions. So they want to make sure that they maximize his experience and knowledge of playing in these conditions. Jonathan Trott's just had his contract extended, hasn't he? He will be there during the ODIs. Amir Hassan is taking over. Somewhere in the onside, second attempt, catch is taken. Another wicket falls. Hazard goes. Afghanistan in touches. 33 for 4. All smiles. Blessing the somebody. I think the person with the biggest smile on his face will be Ryan Pearl. Because as he tries to take this catch, it pops out. And then on a second attempt, he hangs on. Dangerous player has to go. Front foot, no issues. No timing to take advantage of the fielder up in the circle. No timing, a bit of a jab. And then a second attempt. Zimbabwe pick up number 4. Gone for 20, at 33 for 4. Really struggle for Afghanistan. Wobbling at the moment. ISHAQZAI comes to the crease. Exciting prospect as an all-rounder. In the air, not in control of the stroke. The pitch is playing some tricks in advance, finding it difficult to adjust. Yeah, Harari's got a little bit of extra bounce. Coming from Sharjah. Low surfaces, look at this, maybe closing the face of the bat. That fraction bit more bounce, but it doesn't bounce excessively, I don't think. I think it's more about the bowler and where he releases the ball to just get it to react off the surface. But it's generally a very good batting surface. This final delivery of the power play. Got to finish. 4 wickets. What a cracking start in the bowling department for Zimbabwe. 34 for 4 Afghanistan. We are here at the Harare Sports Club in the heart of Harare, Zimbabwe. Partly finished. Power-packed performance from Zimbabwe bowlers, taking 4 wickets, conceding just 34 runs. Great discipline, and utilizing the
Yeah, she hasn't been used by England with the ball, so it's interesting to see what will happen a bit later, because he was averaging about 19 through the last 10 or 11 innings, and to come out.
Lara got all there to just get herself back.
Special. As a boxing fan, it was...
Wickets instead. Still, they've got some experience in the batting department. Maybe to come, Rashid to come. Consolidation time for Afghans with the batting hands. Not in control of the stroke. Slow bouncer, just a single.
I think because for a lot of that T20 series, ODI series, they were chasing the game against Pakistan. This is what they've been searching for, Devender and everybody at home. Zimbabwe, a period where their bowlers can dominate for a little bit. But for me, it'll always be the question of how you follow that up and not allow your opposition to bounce back.
Nicely stroked through the offside for a single. 2 all-rounders in the middle. They will go back for the second as well. This is the second lowest power play score since 2022 at Harare. Earlier 26 before Zimbabwe versus Bangladesh in 2022. Wade faces captain.
You see, these players play on confidence. Still Rashid to come. Look at that strike rate. And then Muhammad Nabi, look at that. Still a lot of batting from those two particular batters. Still to come. Azmai, for me, I really think he can be an absolutely wonderful cricketer for Afghanistan. From an all-rounder perspective, he can bowl a heavy ball and he can also hit a long one. Bit of a partnership they need here for those two to come out and express themselves.
He's been able to bring his team out of the trouble situation many times, particularly in ODI against Sri Lanka, getting a century. Brilliant half century against South Africa. ICC ODI World Cup at Ahmedabad. Just a single, 7 overs gone. He's an excellent time in batting department for Afghanistan, 39 for 4. Just the third over where they managed 12 runs was up to the mark from Afghan perspective with plenty of explosive players at the top of the order. Otherwise they've been forced to stay quiet. Change in bowling again. Sikandar Raja, the captain of the side, on a milestone day, 100th match today.
And a great bowling change for me, this one, because it just adds a bit of pressure. And he's a genuine wicket taker, is Sikandar Raja.
Special presentation from Craig Urban to Sikandar on achieving this milestone of playing 100 T20 matches.
You know, when I was walking around, I saw Craig Urban, and you look at his shirt, I thought, well, he's going to the beach, but he's actually out here to hand over the cap and say, well done to Raza, who's been a wonderful performer for the last 2 or 3 years.
Cricket on the boundary on the onside. Cricket just captain of the side and ODI captain as well. Lots of experience, one of the veterans.
Amina.
Cuts to the man on the boundary. At the moment, there's a conscious effort from Afghan batters to rotate the strike.
Yeah, now they're thinking about the long game, aren't they? They're thinking, what can we give our bowlers something to bowl at? So we're going to have to bide our time here. We're going to have to be quite patient.
Waited till last moment in opening the case of the bat. It's a lightning quick outfield. And we'll go back to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, a little bit of extra pace on the ball there by Sikandar Raza. Fortunate runs, you're right. This outfield is very, very quick. The short third is so wide that he can't chase it down. First boundary after 28 deliveries.
Also looking at the options to follow in the batting department, Nabi and Rashid Khan, so they like their territory, 15th or 16th over, where it becomes more competitive, where they feel comfortable in the death overs to explore their skills. The responsibility lies on the 2 all-rounders to stay Afghanistan afloat. 8 overs gone, 44 for 4. Most caps for Zimbabwe in T20 internationals. Sikandar Raja on 100, World 86. Madhaveri is there with 71. Young and exciting talent.
Bowled well. Pakistan.
Numaram Kurbani, da var.
He's had opportunities inside the power play, and the pressure moments here. He's got the luxury of the extra fielders out for protection.
Yok bunun kampanyayı yok. Daha var kampanya kadar fixer.
Da eu cum te examă de mine.
Ya fixer
Fixer var ya. Da, nasıl ne doare?
da sok lagos.
See,
mamstre.
the spinners will go on this
Da,
surface.
la unul care da de eu cum
And also the Afghanistan spinners will be looking at this and thinking what sort of purchase they're getting when they have the opportunity with the ball in hand.
Free champion versus Russian king of spin.
ISHAQZAI hayat ko pata lagi.
Da, de eu cum companie de esa.
That was the expression.
Te wala ko bara
Russian is that they expect ball to turn a little bit more in the second innings. Extending the spinners for bases. Muzi was there. And the president of Afghanistan cricket, Mr. President, works through the
Kızbık yamalını mı?
9 overs have been bowled here.
İslam belki.
48 for 4.
Çok yamalını mı?
There has been a lot of talk about spin versus pace at the Harare Sports Club. Mysore, the spinners taking 95 wickets in 292 overs. There's been a bounce for the fast bowlers as well. Ideal conditions for pacers as well as the spinners as well. Short straight mid wicket.
I'd expect the seamers to dominate a bit more. Slightly more expensive. Altitude. Ball flies a bit more here. The outfield is very good. And I'll say this ground is actually a slightly smaller one in playing surface compared to Bulawayo, so you expect maybe a few more runs per over there for the seamers. But wickets, yes, the seamers enjoy it out here. Spinners do a holding job. Yeah, this is fielding for me here, Amanda. When you turn up at the ground, you know there's a shorter side to one side and a longer side to the other. Your angles and where you're positioned as a fielder is so important to cut those twos down. You can just see at the top of your screen there on the left.
Live مخته شیر کې ملګرو.
Further back, it should be at least 10
فیسبوک باندې شیر کې څو کسان یې دولس.
He's bowling in line with his stumps. So far it's been excellent. The ball in hand, the pacers as well as the spinners for Zimbabwe. 51 for 4. We are into the 10th over. Gives room and hammers it straight down the ground. A powerful stroke from Azmatullah Omarzai to complete the 10th over. 10 overs gone. 57 for 4.
Yeah, looking at the projections as we get to the halfway stage of the batting innings for Afghanistan. So that 147 and 9 runs and over plus. Just something for them to bowl at. They've got quality spinners and seamers. have another look at the 6 as I welcome Darlington Matambonadzo into the commentary box. Beautiful strike.
He gave himself a little bit of room to make this shot. Skander Raza didn't see it. Wasn't able to follow. Move late, got really wonderful extension in those hands.
Able to follow. Move late, got really wonderful extension in those hands. For them to bowl at. They've got quality spinners and seamer. The other thing for these spinners that they really need to be on their game, from ISHAQZAI and Raza's point of view, is that these Afghanistan batters face their own quality spinners all the time. So you have to be really smart and on the money every single delivery because they can punish you. It's an interesting line that ISHAQZAI has bowled. About 2 feet, about 60 centimeters outside the line of the off stump. It's been his standard line. Created some problems. This partnership now at 25 off 29. It's less than a run a ball, but what they're doing here is just setting up a little bit of a platform. In the air, hanging, ball, taken, a timely wicket. It's beautifully pulled, it's just held back a fraction. He commits and has to go. This is so beautifully done because we were just mentioning he's bowling a line outside the line of the stumps predominantly, and this is the first one that's into the line of the stumps. Something behind the line there means that's a legitimate delivery. He's held it back and tempted that big shot, and he picks up his first one of this match. Masmatullah Mazai, 13 from 12, 58 for 5.
Also.
Yeah, the good work with the ball continues here for Zimbabwe. As Mohammad Nabi, the experienced Mohammad Nabi, 130 matches, over 2,000 runs. Look at that strike rate. To continue that high level of play for 130 matches, remarkable. The evergreen Mohammad Nabi. Work to do though. 300th international match for Mohammad Nabi. A long time. Really experienced cricketer. And this is good bowling from ISHAQZAI. Really set this wicket up beautifully. Changed his pace. Slowed it up and got it into the line of the stumps. That is the end of a very good over from ISHAQZAI. 1 for 6 in his 2. 60 for 5.
مجید مو نه دی پرې شي مجید چې دی بلاړی کرکټ یې موږ ته پرېږدي
There was a direct hit from the deep, and there was a clear appeal from the spelling umpire who's gone upstairs. See whether the batter's made his ground here. Here it comes. Here's the ball. Okay. Moving along swiftly. Not out. Score remains 60 for 5. Raza to continue. It's a bit similar to what we've seen for a few weeks where the spinners dominate for a period. It's how you use those spinners in the next few overs and close the game off. Raza's into his third here. Sakata's just bowled the 2 as well. Bennett's been expensive. Do you now throw the ball to a Burl? Does that change the dynamic? Is that the over that gets Afghanistan going? Or do you continue with these 2 spinners, push it as deep as possible, and not over the experimental and restricting here Afghanistan? If history's ready to go by, I expect Skander Raza's going to take himself up in the attack here. He's going to come back. Probably 2 or 3 overs to go in the match. She tends to bowl there. Get a single here, think about a second and then decide against it. Just got to be quite clever in how he marshals his troops here, because generally Burl doesn't want to have just the 1 over, and you in the next 2 or 3 overs you're already in the latter overs where the pressure can change very quickly, and that for me, how he marshals those troops, maybe a Gwandu now from the golf course end. Give him a burst just to create the balance. I know the pressure is on, but he's already bowled the 2 overs for 1 for 8, so he's done a job already. He's had a taste of the conditions. And then leave it to Ngarava and Muzarabani at the back end, but marshalling them in quite a clever manner. Just a couple of in this match. Not more than that. Nicely played. What's up? What's up? Oh, does it cost him? And the extra run will be picked up. He'll end the over at 66 for 5. Partnerships have been hard to come by. 24 and 25, the best thus far. It's been hard going for the visitors. And so ISHAQZAI will continue. 1 for 7 in his 2 overs. Why not? I think he's the bowler you bowl out. Because he'll bowl the 13th and the 15th. He's just really found an effective ploy today from ISHAQZAI. Sat in line, foot outside the line of off stump, predominantly turning away. Pakistan batsmen have struggled. On the bounce. Oh no! No, you cannot do that! Not with where the face of the game is! little bit of a mistake. Fortune for the batter. I think he was just took his eye off the ball. Seems Arabani making sure that they're not taking one for the second.
لا لا ده غنى بيكون خراب هذا الجبون.
This time he's nailed it. He's gotten it wide and over extra cover for a very much needed boundary. This is a very good shot. Just to hit it at the top of the bounce. Beautiful elevation over the fielder at cover. And so the misfield presents 8 runs off the first 3 deliveries of this over, and this can be the momentum that they're looking for. Bobble into the hands. Amazing how cricket of that quality just goes through periods sometimes where it's not finding the middle of the hands. It's just a question of concentration. Yeah, a couple of misfields by Zimbabwe. As much as their bowling has been quite polished, there's been a few errors, which happen. That's nicely played. Pick up the single. It'll end the over. It's an over that goes for 11 after 13.77 for 5. Looking at numbers, Afghanistan will be wanting 140 plus 150. Will be really happy with where they started things. But what a wonderful seating venue this is. You can find the green mound, beautiful green grass. You've got the Centurion, you've got the stands that you can see just at the back of the players there. Get some umbrellas out, get the blanket out, bring the kids. It's a wonderful venue where the atmosphere can go through the roof very quickly when the home side are on the charge, especially that seating area there. And what is the castle corner. Okay, so my questions have been answered. That Raza will bowl himself out. I'm not too sure about this Darlington. I'm not too sure. I think he could have held himself back. And one could have actually had one over just to create the balance and relief of the latter overs to come. At the back of the hand. It's just going to be 1 run. But yeah, I do agree with you. I'd say normally he gave himself, I think it's probably with 4 overs to go in a match. Normally bowls around that area. You could even have brought back your 2 strike bowlers for an over each. Because the pressure's on already. And another wicket here gets rid of a dangerous Nabi and a set Karim. Rava and Muzarabani had bowled 2 overs each. And still bowl 1 more, as has Gwandu. Lots of options, but this is a good problem to have. I'm not sure it's a good problem to have in the state of the game. Zimbabwe have only won 1 T20 international against Afghanistan. In 2019 in Chattogram. This is a great opportunity. And it's not a foregone conclusion that they'll go on to lose it, but I'm talking about the state of the game right now. If you're marshalling your troops, you've got 2 gun bowlers, 1 over a piece. There's 14 and 15. And then you bowl yourself and Masaka. There's no pressure at the back end to bowl 2 overs back to back. End of the over. 81 for 5.
There's the options. Zarwani, excellent. Bennett just the one over the experiment. Expensive. Wandu, just the 2 overs. 1 for 8. Could have used him a little bit more. Captain's bowled himself out. Masakadza, 1 for 18. He's out of the attack. And Zarabani into the attack.
And you got what you wanted here. Sarabani has been brought into the attack. One of the options that you did discuss.
1 over 2 late. Quick single. It's a little bit of a fumble. As he played, a bit of a stutter, but the singles on, they trust each other, these 2 batters. A little bit of a fumble from Zarabani. I take you back to Harare 2022, Afghanistan versus Zimbabwe. Afghanistan's, it's 125 for 8. Their lowest total, and they defend it, and they beat Zimbabwe by 35 runs. It's all about context. And I don't think Raza should have bowled himself out. In the air, they'll be looking for 2 here. But it's a shorter part of the ground, and they decide against it. Good awareness by Musakiwa.
I think it's the understanding of that context which makes it easy for Karim Janatia to just be 32 from 36. He was here on that series, he played in that series, so he understands that past 120, 130 on the board really gives Afghanistan something that they can defend.
That's the way. It'll just be the 1. And so for the first time, I feel there's a bit of momentum shifting across to Afghanistan. Our partnership, 26 of 23. Better than a runner ball. The run rate's improving, just hovering under 6 now. Middle is up in the circle, so he can't afford to go too full, and he can't afford to go too short because he's bowling with the shorter side of the boundary away to his right. But there's protection out there. Is it in the gap? Good piece of fielding. Another fumble.
Really good day for the Zimbabweans. Just over 12 runs in the power play. The next one was 10 runs. It's been the 5 wickets that have fallen. Not really allowed Afghanistan to be explosive.
شان دغه ما لیست واستوي دغه شام بهتري او دغه مې درته وایي
منډه اوس لاره بنده ده. Oh. Yeah.
كمان سوتلا خلي بيا ما صارت ولا بيا على يريد كلكم سيد استاذ موسيقى شاطر تولا
سيد
outside. A fine stroke won't travel to the boundary. There's another misfield. We'll go back for the second affair.
Co by się ma traka na górze? Drezo raka, a okej. No dla siebie.
ما صار 1500 روپۍ په جیب کې دی والله. پیسې
چې کوله ټلیفون وکړل تر ما راوخت ما پیسې لري دا د سټابانې موبایل لا سوای ما ګټه درې زره او بره درې زره کیلو
والله كان واجي ما ترقص سواحل خلا تاسو مو کا او رخصه
کوم د شمال څخه
وش به ته زره نو دریم لاس نو در روپیو ورواړو
خیر زه بیا اکاونټ تر واخلم بیا هغه ته پاتون شو شو تله سره د تمام په څو به ما تله سره په 2000
جوړانو مو چې
زه چې کوم د هغه د اکاونټ ته راځي وایي ما درځه د هغه ځای سوالات کوم یو ځل په پاتې راځي شنو
دي شي جوړه وسایل زي ولا في الليل ولا مرات في الليل ولا هذه ما بتشتري وسط الليل في الشيء سيرزا غور
والله صراحه
بس مثلا اكيد ما منام ولا منام كده انه انت تروس في الاول دي ما سمعناه وقت سبي سير الاول انه يدرب
He's spent considerable amount of time on the pitch, reading the conditions, reading the mind of the bowler as well, slapping it through extra cover the area that he likes to get boundaries and experience of playing various leagues around the globe in varied conditions. His success with that in Australia, in Big Bash. Rashid Khan to come. His bowling will be vital, but he's someone who can provide that impetus with the bat as well.
Those feet are twitching. He can't wait to get into the middle. Rashid Khan, he's become such a good finisher in this format.
Top it again, keeper calls for it, keeper takes the catch. And Yarava gets another. He's putting him in the pocket, but he's already scored 44. Well, the wicket has been acquired.
Another top edge in the innings. This time, it produces a wicket for Zimbabwe. It goes very high, and it's a good catch from Maramani, running back over the shoulder, judging it well. 44 and 27 for Mohammad Nabi, 137 for 6.
So Ngarava successful in breaking the partnership, and that brings Rashid Khan to the crease. 94 matches for him. With a strike rate of 128, best of 48, unbeaten. He can hit big shots. Gets a bounce, guard well outside the off stump. 19 on a successful over for Ngarava. 137 for 6. The 12 dot deliveries, conceded to boundaries with the short deliveries and getting wicket as well with a short one. Into the creases, taking the pace of the ball as well. Slower bouncer, very well held by the wicketkeeper Marumani. That's how he celebrates very often, and he deserves this celebration as well, getting the third wicket, breaking a crucial partnership. Where was the impact? But Kareem Janat has been fantastic for Afghanistan over the years in clutch situations.
Yeah, what you'll see here is a couple of boundaries. Later on, some really big strokes down the ground to the leg side. What you won't see is the pressure that he had when he walked out to the middle. Wickets had fallen. He weathered the storm and made sure that him and Mohammad Nabi got their team out of trouble. Mature innings of substance.
Afghanistan was struggling 5 for 58. Great partnership with Mohammad Nabi. Is still unfinished, 51 of 47. This is the over. The last over of the innings, and that's where Rashid would like to tease deliveries off. With wicket on the boundary, come on the boundary on the onside. Goes down the track, shot when coming down the kicks, pulling wide off star.
Yeah,
pace off the delivery from Gwandu. And Rashid Khan just going slightly leg side, giving himself room as he advanced, and that's why he couldn't get to the ball. Looking to target that extra cover area.
Getting the inside edge just over distance there for a single. Good Karim Janatul spin. Considerably more time and increase on his strike now. He should be taking the responsibility to hit some punishing blows. Likes to get it down the ground over extra cover as well. Extra cover inside the circle. Smack it to the onside. Wicket space on the onside. The fielder will come across from it. Wicket wants a second run. We'll get there.
Yeah, as long as you've touched it either end and the fielder hasn't got the ball in hand yet on that deep mid-wicket boundary, then there's an opportunity to come back for two because it's just too big. Look at the amount of space in between the three fielders on that leg side, and look at how much outfield space there is. Need a very strong arm to challenge in terms of getting a run out from that boundary.
Long boundary on the onside, 79 meters. Side for right and better. 69 down the ground with the hand. Nicely ball right into the block hole. Good comeback. Last couple of overs from bowling perspective.
Good comeback in particular from Gwandu coming into this over, because his previous over was very expensive. So just the one delivery left in Afghanistan's 20.
Last ball of innings, lead the single. Afghanistan posting 144 for 6. A round of applause for everyone for fighting straight shown by the Afghans, and before that, brilliant, absolutely brilliant in the power play over the Zimbabwean bowlers.